Alright, this is what our current ladder stands, in case you weren't aware. The Blues are in 6th position. That's right, we are in 6th. 32 points with a percentage of 114%. And if we look even closer, we are just one game outside the top 4. A win would see us overtake the Bombers, but obviously the Bombers would need to lose their game, and we're still 10 points off the top of the table. So it's still a fair way to go. There's 7 games left. Richmond are 4-11. I don't understand this game. It's nonsense. But let's make sure our team's looking okay, because we have seen another injury with Phillips going down. Actually, big news is Doherty back. No, he's not. He's 1 week away. All right, so we will see him back later today. So that's going to be big. We're going to get Doherty back. The man, who did we bring in as the inclusion? Was it right? Nah, we need another tall back in. We need another backup rock coming in. Otherwise, the rest of the team looks pretty good on paper and in stature. Let's go. Away game here. Brisbane taking on the Blues. And we've got some, hopefully, frame rate. If there's no frame rate, please tell me there's no frame rate. Because, yeah, the last 2 videos were so shit. And I even upped the textures from low to medium. How good am I? Dane Beams wins the toss. They'll be kicking that away. Frame rates are as good as England are at ODIs. So they're terrible. I must need to fix them. Anyway, it is the Blues taking on the Brisbane Lions. We're going to be low-key to start things off. How much did Beams have on the toss there? Oh, alright. The Blues putting the pressure on in the back half, just like my CPU's putting the pressure on my PC. Here's Harry Mackay streaming towards goal, and Curnow takes a fantastic mark. Your PC might be telling you to check the settings. I know, I've got better frame rates, but at what cost? A goal for the Blues, and that's a great start. Anyway, we'll see how it goes. Plowman gets it out of there towards Levi, who taps it on towards Daisy Thomas, does very nicely there. Now that was a handball out of there from Clay Beams to the right boot of Ryan Lester. And it's just the one behind. Like the height and size differential on the two. Not Thomas. It was Levi. And now Stephen Martin is going to run into the open goal and miss. But now Cripps needs to put the pressure on because the... oh, that was a good spin move from Beams. And he launches on the left for the one behind. On the pressure then. And it's been a throw against Marco Paparone. So Cripps will take the mark from the restart and send it forward towards Lockie O'Brien. You've seen what a start this has been from the Blues. Lead at me, Charlie. Lead at me. Petrevsky-Seaton does. And he will line up 25 metres out. Slight angle. And pop it through for another goal. The Blues with a good start, and the Lions also had a good start, but they failed to actually put it on the scoreboard, did Brisbane. And with 24 minutes gone in the opening term, it is the Blues with a 9-point lead here at the Gabba. So Brisbane will be looking to rectify their start here as Beams can send it inside 50 Hipwood marks. Now he's a long way out, but I think he might have the journey on him. He's a big man, and he puts it through with a barrel. So Brisbane get there first. 139 Blues. 2 straight 12. Fast ball movement on both ends of the ledger, but nothing too hectic, I think, has been seen so far, as this one is the end of the first quarter, and it is the Blues with a 3-point lead. Alright, let's try that again. That's a free kick. Levi sends it forward towards Mackay. Now, do we have the wind here? We've got a little bit of wind. And it's a lot of left to right about it. So if we send it long, we can get it to the top of the square. And Charlie, oh man, I was hoping he would launch himself over the top there. They're trying to rush this through from behind. It is falling to the goal line. And, oh, the tackle pressure from the Blues is good. I think that was Mackay down there. Anyway, Cruiser from the middle. Launching ball towards goal on his left. Know your limits, big man. As they work it forward. Murphy puts a block on in the mark contest. Probably should have given away a free kick. Then he got the handball towards Cripps. who has a man out wide. They aren't going to get him. Eventually they do towards Dow, who gets the free kick, takes advantage with Petrevski-Seton running towards goal. He goes on the left and he puts it through. Quietly, as we are looking to slot as something here. Curnow Mark kicked in goal, but it didn't count. It's the Blues by 10 points here at the end of the first half. Very low scoring game after just 3 goals in the opening term. There's been just 1 in the second quarter. A lot of the game being played between the arcs and a lot of poor inside 50 entries for both teams. So a scoreless term for the Brisbane Lions in the second quarter sees the Blues with a 10-point lead at the half. And they look to extend upon that to begin this little period of the third term. But it's just a strange decision. Inside forward 50 for the Blues, Petrevski-Seton marks. And he can line up about 40 metres out. Not too much of an angle. And it's coming back. And it's through. Here, Brisbane or Beams working his way out of that pack with a slick little move. And now the Lions have numbers everywhere. It's Taylor. Finds Beams. He was all on his own. Have they got anyone on their own in the 50? They've got Frost. I don't know if you want your defenders to really be having shots at goal, but he's going to. And he's put it through. Trying to rhyme now. This is stupid. How about Valentine's Day? You meet some Cupid. I'm driving myself insane. Here's Mark Murphy on the right boot. He puts it through. The Blues have a 16-point margin. Cruiser out of there, found Cripps, or at least went in his general direction. And Silvani gave away the free. So Brisbane now under the pump. Very much so. They are under a lot of the pump. It's 16 points of pump that they are under right now. 20 minutes gone into the third term. They're going to need to find something here to really rectify the way they've been going about these things and put themselves back in a winning position. Cruiser got it down towards O'Brien. Curnow was involved as well. And now Cripps from 50 went around the body and Curnow gets outmarked by Hodge. But then Hodge turns it over to SPS Seton. Oh, that's a good kick. That is a good kick. Margin out to a game high 22. Petrevski-Seton has 4. And the Lions, through the middle of the ground, just ended up with Clay Beams, who says, hang on boys, we need to up our game. So I'm going to thump this one through from outside 50. And he does. What a great initiative from Twitch. As Mackay sends it to the goal square, Hodge still marks. But it's Mackay who can have another shot. Or Mackay? Yeah, that's his name. And he's missed. So, right on three-quarter time, it's the Blues with an 18-point lead over the Lions. It's 3 goals. It's very manageable. We'd like to think we're going to hold the fort here and get it done. So I back it in. So it's a 3-goal lead at three-quarter time for the Blues. Can they get the job done against the Brisbane Lions? So, I mean, Brisbane obviously aren't out of this game. It's only 3 goals, so if they can get it from the clearance and really push it forward again. Drop mark down there from Plowman as Wiedewing's giving away a free, so big opportunity here for the Lions to put it through. And it's your man, Lockie Plowman, down there who takes the mark. Nice. And the lead, O'Brien. Oh, Harris Andrews over the top. Let's see that again. He does that well. Sending it forward, looking for Mackay. He didn't mark. It was Louis Taylor down there that did. Now Fisher gets it back and just doing well. One more goal for the Blues would seal it. Silvani misses the lot. Oh, there we go. So it's cut off from Lockie O'Brien after a poor defensive kick from the boundary line. O'Brien kicks it. The Blues are going to win. And down there. Gets the handball towards to Curnow. Back towards Petrevski-Seton. He's going to look for the handball and give and go and give and go. And it rolls over the line for just the one behind. So it's been a pretty quiet second half here in Fisher. Handball missed his target. It's now Murphy on the left. He misses as well. So this actually is piling on for some more percentages. Perno goes in the Petrevsky-Seaton direction and he marks. I think this might be for number 6. He kicked one on the full earlier. It's on the goal line. Wrestling going on down there. No goal. So he had the chance. We blew it. Cripps from the stoppage. What a goal! That is a sensational kick from Cripps. He's had 14 touches and 12 tackles. Snapped it around the body. I'm genuinely excited because this was mint. Oh, deep in the pocket. How do you like them apples? I'm just going to go into the instant replay because this was just... Yeah, look, it definitely didn't hit the post. We can call it. So it did go through. Hang on, we'll just... No, there is a gap. It's not touching the post. So it is a goal. Review completed. Confirmed goal. And confirmed a 32-point Carlton lead. Thomas, Cruiser, handball out wide. Couldn't find their man. There is a gap. Confirmed. Exactly. It was a goal. Murphy gets the spoil in. They're looking maybe for Petrevsky-Seaton to get one last goal inside the 50 in his direction. It's the Gabba. And there's the siren. And there's a Brisbane Lions loss. Because I'm actually playing as Carlton. I almost said Brisbane Lions win. So the Blues get another win. It's 5 in a row, I think. What a vein of form they've been in. 32-point lead. 32-point win. And they pretty much won majority of the key areas. Contested possession -20, but I think we just really used the ball much more effectively in that game. You can see Cripps has had 14, and Luke Hodge, obviously the full-back for Brisbane, getting the majority of the possessions for them there. Petrevsky-Seaton kicked 4. But look at the tackle count from Cripps. 12 tackles. That's what you want from your captain. Just proving his defensive attributes, and he kicked a snag as well. So he's doing all the right things. The Blues led at every change, and they kept the Lions scoreless for 2 of the 4 quarters, the second and the fourth. Brisbane failed to score to the right-hand side of the screen. That's why I guess they kicked to the left to begin the day off. Fantastic. Where does it have us on the ladder? So at the moment, the Blues sitting a game outside the top 4. The Bombers there on 10 and 5, Carlton 9 and 6. Sitting in 5th position, so in home final territory. They're 1 game inside the top 8 at the moment, and they're 1 game away from being knocked out.
Damien Barrett here. A few handballs were missing that last quarter. Is that something that will be looked at during training this week? Some simple skills?
Oh, look, we weren't too worried about it because Brisbane's pressure wasn't... it was pretty good, you know, for the majority of the game. We didn't have to play too defensively at stages. But, yeah, look, obviously, you miss handballs under pressure. Not a massive issue. I think we'll just... we'll bank the win and we'll move on.
Jack from Fox Sports News 500. How do you think your side could contend for the premiership after these last couple of great wins?
Yeah, so that's now 5 wins in a row for us, and we're hitting a big vein of form. We yet to really beat a side. Like, we beat Port Adelaide a few weeks ago, which was a team on top of us, but we've still got to come up against a few good challenges as the weeks progress. We're sitting at 9 and 6 right now, which is a really good position for us to be in. And, you know, a few more wins would secure a spot in the finals for us, which is great. But we're still yet to be in that position yet. So once we're there, then I can start talking about how we'll go for the premiership.
How much of an influence does the captain Cripps there have on this footy club?
Oh, he's a great unit, isn't he? He's really good, and I think today what really exemplified his performance was, I mean, he kicked a great goal, which was good to see, but his defensive pressure was great. He laid 12 tackles, had a few smothers in there at critical stages of the game earlier on, which put us in a good spot, and I was really happy there with the way he goes about things. He works this club very hard, and I think that what we've seen in training the last few weeks and how the team has been going and the form can be credited a lot back to him becoming the captain of this team.